Hey all, this is Tanker. Yes, we are back on Faust with another tournament video. In this video, we're gonna mainly talk about trying something new. Now, in this case, we use quick tournaments as our testing bed for trying a few of the new tactics. And this time, we are actually visited by Positive from Void. And his background is sort of heavily in auto loaders, and he brings a different twist to the team. In this battle, he will be calling the team mainly and instructing them, I am assuming, for the first time. And this actually panned out very well for them. As you can see, he paired up with proper heavy glacial and 2 252s, then 3 autoloaders, 5100, Lorraine, and another Lorraine. So as the action is happening, they're obviously chosen to push seaside, and with the power of heavies up front just pushing across the map, they have isolated and killed 2 tanks. In this new tactic, it's basically doing just that, using 2 or 3 heavies up front and then having a strong support of autoloaders right behind them. Of course, in this manner, like, Caller made a good decision and was able to get 2 of the enemy tanks out before even the fight was started. I'm not sure how he's getting these bounces on Lorraine. That's maybe hacks. But the main point is what these guys are trying here with help of Positive is removing tank destroyers and removing the heavy meta that's set at tier 8 tournaments, in which we normally see 4 heavies, 2 mediums, and then a TD, something like that. So instead, you remove all that, you put maneuverability in your autoloaders, and just smash them with the wall. I mean, I'm having to find words, struggling to find words, as they're just killing tanks at this pace. And of course, it is Faust, so maybe it works for Faust way better than it does for some other maps. But this strategy has impressed me, so I wanted to share it and see what I missed. And this battle was actually where I wasn't there, and it's a non-clan battle, of course. So let's roll the next one and see what happens there. Alright, we're back on Faust, and this time I'm playing on the team, but main distinction is I am as a player, and so is everybody else. But Positive is again going to call, this time using northern side of the Faust. Let's see how this one pans out. We have a similar strategy deployed by Positive at the start of the battle, and they're gonna push C and then through aim towards for guys at D. But main distinction here is, notice the speed differential. Notice, like, lowering doesn't cap, rehab doesn't cap, but Serpent and Positive, these 2 guys are capping. Because heavies have to get to the front line, it's wasting their time if they are supposed to waste 15 minutes capping. So once they have reached the point, like, let's see, Impractical Joker was fast, right? So he's gonna hold there as he sees guys behind, and look at me right there behind him. He's gonna let me pass up and then face those heavies. Meanwhile, these guys have gotten a good target of ISU, and he's gonna take him out. And okay, so they have done that. while I was just holding the left side with 2 heavies down there, while my autoloaders cleaned up a crucial player on their side, which is ISU, right? Pretty dangerous, leaving Scorpion and 49 exposed down below. Now, of course, the next normal flow of the battle would be to clear them up, and that's exactly what's gonna happen with so speedy delivery of shells. Meanwhile, on the other side, it's Rehab and Tanker taking hits and slowing down the enemy counter push from heavies, because heavies generally have low DPM, but their ability to bounce is what keeps them in the battle, right? But what can they do when there's sea of autoloaders is approaching them and cleaning their guys every 20 some seconds? It doesn't leave them much room to reload. I think in 20 seconds a heavy may be able to shoot twice, not exactly twice, but it's going to be almost reloaded the second shell in time that Positive reloads 4 of his. And let's take a look at another replay. Let's just go there. This one's a little bit long one against the same team, but in southern end of the map. And this time we're pretty much the same tactic, but the thing is they have 3 49s and Scorpion G and 2 heavies. They're of course trying something new as well. So it's trying something new. Don't be afraid to lose, but evaluate your tactics afterwards with calm and clear communication with your guys. It is quite important to do these things, and as you do them, it's okay to make mistakes, but you gotta see what works and what doesn't, and then rotate out things that you don't see fitting. This is that's how teams develop over the time. Like, the more time team is with each other and debating on what should they do, what should they not do, you just have to decide and try things. You can only find by action, not by long Discord discussions. In this case, so after capping, we have noticed, since they have a derpy lineup, we can't be sure to push in any particular direction before our heavies do. So Pro is doing a good job of spotting C area, and on this side it's Tanker hiding behind the building and lowering spotting D. And of course our Clipper are just reloading and resting to see if they could pick any shots across this side. It's quite important to obviously save your HP, as Positive mentioned during this battle. For an autoloader to be effective, you have to keep your HP for the trades that happen after mid game. Mid game is where you make rotations, and this is somewhat Positive's style. Pick a spot to go at the start of the battle and then make rotations at the midpoint of battle, right? So that's what's happening here, and he's gonna make some shots happen on these 49s, risky as they're gonna of course dirt back, but now we have gained some momentum. Their support is on the far right A, and our guys are being pushed by C side, and since we already have cleared 2 guns out, wow, surprisingly, now we have to help C side, right? And in this scenario, I could say my positioning wasn't as effective and to what team needed the most. Team at this point needs to hold C area, right? Slow down the incoming push of the enemy heavies. And of course their ISU actually puts down a great deal of damage into our players. You're gonna see momentarily the price of picking autoloaders that are paper thin. against derp tanks. Notice that T49 moving behind, and two of our guys are just gonna get nuked almost. There goes Impractical Joker, and there goes Serpent. So in that short 5-second span, we lost about over 1k health off our team. But it also helps that you're dealing damage back. And notice, like, if you of course can't pen a 252, you don't need to use up all your shells in order to attempt. If they're aiming at you directly, you pull out, you pull back. And of course, right now he has to use his HP on the line to protect Serpent, because he's a one shot, right? As long as you have a gun, it's helping. And there, saving Serpent actually allows him to keep his HP, because ISU would have shot him possibly with HE. And this brawl that he wins against 252 wouldn't be possible. Like right now, I should be in Positive's spot, and Positive should be in my spot, because yes, we are helping each other across, but the thing is, like, I am flanking in this manner and then wasting my potential HP that I could share on the front line, instead throwing it away fighting in ISU. These are the small things that you have to keep in mind of. As a heavy player in this strategy, you have to be the front face of your team. Otherwise, you're not doing it that effective. It won't be that effective, because your autoloaders are gonna bleed even though they have health. To trade, they can't do it after one of their reloads, because then they're low health, right? And luckily that ISU survives, but you guys get the point, right? Push your heavies out first, have a maneuverable team without tank destroyers. Basically, autoloaders are replacing that TD. As this happens, you make rotations happen in mid game. Now that's just the experience of the caller. In this case, Positive has maybe ran this situation, seen this situation happen multiple times before. He's able to predict much better than I would be, especially with having my team this maneuverable, which allows you to deploy your friendlies any side of the map, right? We went to C, and then we went to D, and then we went back to C. It wouldn't be as effective if we had, let's say, all heavies, all one-shot heavies, then we'll be waiting 10 seconds to take a shot. But as the speed of this lineup goes, this tactic is what I feel like could change the meta at tier 8. So, good luck to your team, and try it out, see what happens, but keep learning and keep adapting. This has been Tanker. Thank you for watching.